It is now 2 o'clock, and I will call this meeting to order. May we all stand for a pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is my first time on the campus since the pandemic started, so I feel great. So good opportunity. Dr. Head, has the meeting notice been properly posted?
Yeah, certify it was posted in accordance with the law.
Thank you, Dr. Head. And if I understand it correctly, we have no individuals wishing to make public comment. Okay, that's still true. At this point in time, we're going to ask Jennifer to make a presentation of the 2020-2021 proposed tax rate.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me okay through the mask even? Okay, great. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
For the proposed tax rate. Is it working? Go. Yes, so the proposed tax rate for fiscal year 2021, which is tax year 2020, is a total of 10.78 cents. This comprises of two components, the first being the maintenance and operations piece, which is proposed to be 8 cents. This is per $100 valuation. And then the INS, that is the interest and sinking fund, which is the debt service tax rate. That is proposed to be 2.78 cents. And as you can see, this is the same tax rate that we had in the prior year. Just a few highlights. We did receive the certified values from the appraisal districts in early September. And then we did, as required by law, we posted on our webpage the calculated no new revenue rate and the voter approval rate. Just a quick note there, those are brand new terms from the most recent legislative session, SB2, but they're similar concepts to the prior process, which were called the effective tax rate, the ETR, is now the NNR, and the rollback tax rate, RTR, is now the voter approval rate. So just to mention that change. We published the public hearing notice, and then we are holding right now the public hearing as required. And then just a note that the INS rate, it's calculated to equal the amount of revenue needed to pay the debt service due in this current year. Just to show a history of our appraised values, we definitely have a healthy tax base to support the Lone Star College. For this current fiscal year, we have estimated a growth rate in appraised values of 6%. And so that is what has been built into the budget that was adopted. So you can see the history of the appraised value growth rates. In a 15-year history of the tax rate itself, you can see that Lone Star College has consistently been below the state average. And that we've held it pretty flat at the 10.78 cents for several years now. And then just to put this tax rate into the larger context of Lone Star College finances, the local property taxes is our largest revenue source, bringing in prior years at 43%, in the current year, bringing in about 46% of all of our revenue. So this is our most significant revenue source that we are setting the tax rates for today, or not setting them today, holding the public hearing for the proposed rate. So just what comes next? On our calendar, as I mentioned, early September is when we receive the certified values. Today is when we're holding the public hearing on the proposed rate. And then on Thursday, October 8th, the regular board meeting is when the board will be asked to vote on adopting the proposed tax rate. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let's see if there are any questions from the board members.
I'm just curious, are there other trustees joining us remotely?
Oh, it could be.
We don't know?
We don't know.
Okay.
So we're streaming this live, but we're not, this is not a WebEx, is that correct? We're streaming it live, but there's not. Okay.
Okay.
So trustee
Good
Pierce is on the
question.
WebEx.
Good question, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Mike Sullivan, has a
yeah,
question,
go
please.
ahead.
Jennifer, could you go back to slide 7, which is the appraised values for the counties? The San Jacinto County mark is indistinguishable to me. Where is it and what does it represent, please?
Oh, we combined Montgomery and San Jacinto counties together in the blue because the San Jacinto is relatively small. So that's just combined together. I can follow up with an additional chart showing that separated,
Okay, sounds good.
but it's by
Thank you.
far the smallest.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, you're welcome.
I think that, just as a side, I think that is in the budget book, right? I think I saw that.
No,
We'll get that to
it
you.
is the same chart that's in the budget book. We do tend to just combine Montgomery and San Jacinto counties for the chart, but we can get that
Okay,
information to
okay,
you.
we'll get that for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jennifer, I have a question, a what if question. What if the tax values come in less than the 6% that we've projected?
At that point in our budget, we would have a budget variance from what we've assumed in our revenues. And then that would be for us, for Lone Star College, to operationally decide how to handle, whether it's to cover it with reserves or to make budget reductions to offset it. I mean, there's several probably different choices operationally we could make to address that.
Okay.
But that would be operationally Lone Star College's choice.
Okay, that's what I expected. I just want to make sure everybody was aware of that.
Yeah, it would just result in lower property tax revenues coming in than what we estimated for the budget.
Yes.
We try to be pretty conservative on those estimates, but, I mean, our first choice would be probably just to reduce the budget appropriately. When we have enrollment drops and things like that, then we reduce the budget and make it appropriate for the dollars that we have coming in. But we do intentionally try to be very conservative on our estimates.
Yeah, same process
And
that you have at home.
Right.
Okay, any other questions, comments, board members? If not, there's just a couple of things that I would like to acknowledge. And I want to thank the staff here at North Harris for the way they planned and prepared for this meeting. All of the signs on the streets and in the parking lot made it very easy for old folks like me to get here without getting lost and et cetera. So if you would, and the campus looks great, at least the part of it that I saw. The flower beds are beautiful. The grounds are well kept. So we appreciate that. And that's not only good for us, but it's good for the public to see. And as I would say, Dr. Blanchard, you as the president, continue to maintain the momentum. We appreciate what you do and what all the other folks do. If they are, and so that's all I have to say on that, but thank you for a job well done. We'll have one announcement to make that on Thursday, October the 8th, we will have our regular meeting of the board and we will vote on the proposed tax rate at that time. That meeting will start at 2 p.m. and it will be via WebEx. So that's Thursday, October the 8th at 2 p.m. via WebEx. If no one else has any other items, I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. A motion and a second.
So move. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we adjourn. I assume that we have no one objecting to it, and I declare the meeting adjourned.